Right, how are you guys? Mr Exact is here. Thank you for following, thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. I'm happy our channel is growing but a bit by bit. How about if you make this? Recommend all your classmates to check and follow us online. Remember, we're now in a new generation. Online, every aspect of life is now online. Online dating, not that one. Online learning, right? Online learning, online ticketing, online shopping. So why do we recommend every classmate of yours, every person you meet to check and follow us on internet? That is on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook account, Facebook page, the Exact Academy. Let's learn, guys. Today we are talking about time rotation and time zones. We have two notations, the 12-hour notation and the 24-hour notation. So let's start by describing each and every notation, then we'll get into the calculations later. Time in 12-hour notation, count only from 0 up to 12, and that's why we say 12 p.m. From 12 midday, we start over to say 1 p.m. 2 p.m. So it was called a 12-hour notation because the highest number of hours that we can have is 12. The same applies to 24-hour notation. 24-hour notation, remember, a day is 24 hours long. So we count continuously from 000. When we reach 12 midday, we proceed to 13, 14, 15, up until 23:59. We would not actually have 24:00. So let's be corrected. Remember, our time, our clocks, our watches, our cell phones, they also display time, but usually it's not the standard international display or format. Let's look at this one. Time in 12-hour notation must have 4 digits. That is, if it is 7, then we make it 0700 to make it 4 digits. It is a dot, not 2 dots, like what many watches, clocks, and cell phones do. Standard time, 12-hour notation is a dot, 1 dot, and then you must specify, is it AM or PM? Because the way we write down 7 in the morning is the same 7 in the evening. So if you do not specify AM, PM, we will find it difficult to tell the difference. Alright, for instance, number A, midday. Midday is, we're talking about 12-hour notation. Midday in 12-hour notation is 12:00 p.m. That's when we start to say p.m. post meridian. 12:00 p.m. It must have 1 dot, not 2. Alright, midnight in the 12-hour notation. Take note of this. Midnight is not 12. There is no 12 in the night because the day will be over. So midnight is 0:00 and this is AM. This is the correct format, standard international midnight. How about 20 minutes before midday? 20 minutes before midday, it means now we are left with only 20 minutes to reach 12. So it will be 12 minus 20 minutes. That will be 11:40 a.m. PM begins when we reach the midday. How about 20 minutes before midnight? 20 minutes before midnight is, we are saying we are now left with 10 minutes to reach midnight. So again, it's 11:40 p.m. That's at night. How about 20 minutes after midnight? 20 minutes after midnight. After midnight is 00:20 a.m. Not 12:20. There's no a 12 there because the day is over. We are starting over using 00:20. 1.4 digits, specification AM or PM. Contra, 24-hour notation. Hours will be counting continuously from 0000 up to 23:59. But interestingly, again, there's no 24 in 24-hour notation. That is number A. Midday is 12:00. You do not specify AM, PM, you simply put hours. Midnight. Midnight is 00:00 not AM, but again hours. 20 minutes before midday. 20 minutes before midday is 11:20 hours. In the 24-hour notation, we do not put a dot or specification AM, PM. We simply write down hours. Mean to say, if it was on Monday, now Monday is 11 hours 20 minutes old. How about 20 minutes before midnight? Before midnight. 20 minutes before midnight. We are still having 20 minutes to go to the midnight. So this will be 23:40 hours. How about it? 20 minutes after midnight. After midnight, we have 00:20 hours. That's the difference between 12-hour notation and the 24-hour notation. Let's get into some calculations to do with time. Let's go through exam concepts to do with time. In all level examinations, the first question is like this. Number 1, express 22:48 hours in 12-hour notation. In the 12-hour notation, the highest number of hours can have is 12. So if you are given the number of hours that exceed 12, you must subtract 12 hours first. And take note that time should always go with a PM, because we had exceeded or passed the midday. So this should be 22:48 subtracting 12 hours. 12 hours of the midday. That's 8, 4, 2 minus 2, 0. So this is 10:48 PM. If the number of hours exceed 12, you subtract 12, but the time goes with a PM. So this is 10:48 midnight at night. Number 2, express 11 AM in a 24-hour notation. 11 AM in 24-hour notation. 24-hour notation, number 1, there will be no a dot or AM, PM. So I say 11:00 because I say 4 digits hours. That's it. Number 3, take 16 hours 27 minutes from 23 hours 30, or let's say 43 minutes. The word take usually confuses many candidates. If they say take, you start with the number given at last. That is 23:43. From 23:43, we need to subtract or take 16:27. Let's make this 8. Let's make this 8. From 23:48, take 16:27. Again, let's adjust this one. Let's say this becomes 57. Take 16 hours 57 minutes from 23 hours 48 minutes. I was making some adjustments so we can learn something there. When you are subtracting time, look at the minutes, both minutes. Do not go direct, that is 8 minus 7. Compare the minutes at once. Is it possible to take 57 minutes from 48? 48 cannot subtract 57. So in such a case, you borrow 1 hour here. You subtract 1 hour, so you get 22. And that 1 hour is converted to minutes. That's 60. then you add, you get 8 plus 0, 8, 4 plus 6, you get 10. So now we have 108 minutes subtracting 57. And in this 108, okay, fine. In that 108, so we say 108 subtracting 57. Facts are stubborn. Alright. 8 minus 7, we get 1. 10 minus 5, we get 5. So I was saying you check if the upper number of minutes is greater than the lower. If they are less, you borrow 1 hour, then you add. So we borrowed 1 hour, 60 minutes, then we added it to 48, and we get 108. Now 108 minus 57 is possible. We got 51 minutes. Then this is now 22 minus 16, 12 minus 6, we get 6. 2 minus 2 get 0. So the answer is 6 hours 51 minutes. That's how we subtract time. Alright, one more question. You might be asked to do this. Express 6.25 minutes in minutes and seconds. Express 6.25 minutes in minutes and seconds. To most candidates, the most common wrong answer will be 6 minutes 25 seconds. 6 minutes, you are correct. These are 6 minutes, but 25 is not representing seconds. This is again, if we remove 6 here, it's a decimal, we get 0.25 minutes again. So it means 6 minutes, we are fine with that. But we need to convert 0.25 minutes to seconds. 1 minute is 1 second. So you multiply the decimal part by 60 minutes. That is 0.25 times 60 seconds. To make it easy, this is 25 over 100 multiplied by 60. 1 0 1 0 5 here is 5 5 2 2 1 2 into 6 3 3 times 5 to get 15. So the answer is 6 minutes 50 seconds. So do not make a mistake, don't be a victim of this type of question. Let me add just one more example like that. It's a bit confusing question to many candidates. Let's say the question is saying express 26.5 hours in hours and minutes. This is not 26 hours and 5 minutes. It's 26 hours, and if you remove 26, it's a decimal, we have 0.5 hours again. And we cannot directly convert hours to minutes just like that. We have 26 hours and an extra 0.5 hours. So what we need to do is, let's convert these 0.5 hours into minutes through multiplying it by 60. So that's 5 over 10, because if one decimal place there, times 60 over 1, 1 0 1 0, and we get 30 minutes. Mean to say 0.5 hours is 30 minutes. So the answer is 5. We have 26 hours and 30 minutes as per the request of the question. That's how we handle time. Sometimes you might have weighty problems. Weighty problems like this. A jet plane left Harare. A jet plane left Harare to Hong Kong at 22:48 on a Tuesday. And the 3 hours 18 minutes. Number A, write down its arrival time. Write down its arrival time in 12-hour notation. Number B, day of arrival. The day of the week of arrival. These are called word problems. So word problems, most candidates, it's funny, most candidates are scared away by long instructions, and examiners know that. They will give you a very long instruction before they start questioning you, so that you'll be scared away and you move on to the next question, leaving again. No, that tendency is not good. You go through taking note key terms, then you try to crack the question. That's mathematics. We are being engineered or trained to be people who are good at critical thinking. So, a jet plane left Harare to Hong Kong at 22:48. That was at night, and nearly the day was nearly ending. 22:48 on a Tuesday, and the journey took 43 hours 18 minutes. Write down its arrival time. You create a problem like that, which is simple, and especially that you are being involved in. For example, you are leaving home, or you left your home at 9. You left your home at 9 a.m. and the journey took 3 hours. So what will be the arrival time? You add 3 hours to 9, you get 12. So you arrive at 12 p.m. So the same method, we are going to do it using this one. So you create a temporary problem, which is simple, just for you to find the specific method that will apply there. So we left Harare at 22:48, right? And the journey took 43 hours 18 minutes. So if you want to know the arrival time, you add 8 plus 8, 16, 6, 1, 4, 5, 6. Then 3 plus 2, 5, 4 plus 2, 6. The time is weird. We arrived at 66 minutes past 65. So it means we need to convert something. Then this 66, there's now an hour 60 minutes. So that hour we add it here. It becomes 66. And from this one, it was from 66, we borrowed 60. 66 minus 60 minutes. So we get 6 minutes. It's now better. We arrived at 6 past 66. But still, the number of hours is unusual because a day is 24 hours long. So the number of hours should be less than 24. So let's find out how many 24 hours we have in this one, or days. 24 hours plus another 24, we get 48. So now it's 66 minus 48. 16 minus 8, 8. 6 minus 5, we'll get 1. So if we remove 48 hours or 2 days, we'll remain with 18 hours and 6 minutes. So the jet plane arrived at 18:06 after 2 days. But this 18:06, the examiner said give me your answer in 12-hour notation. So let's subtract 12 hours here to get it. 18 is 6 in the evening. Or let's remove 12 hours to get it 6. So the jet plane arrived at 06, though 06. This was 18, which means it's PM. That's the arrival time. How about the date, the day of arrival? We left Harare on a Tuesday. Tuesday is being counted on these 2 days that we subtracted. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, 2 days are gone. And we arrived on that time, at that time on the 3rd day. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The arrival day of the week was Thursday. repeated. So these and other things you expect them in an exam. You check on past exams after going through this tutorial several times, then you get into the past exams or the topic of collection. Kaboom.